As if it couldn't get any worse, beyond the Marvel's box office disaster and, of course, the Wish box office collapse, we know that Bob Iger has been making endless, terrible decisions one after the other throughout the rest of 2023. As we move into 2024, it's not looking good and showing no signs of a rebound or any kind of resolution for Disney at all. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new and like this video to see future updates. You can also follow me at Mike01. I thank you all so very much for the great and kind support. Now, their usage of DEI and ESG is getting, of course, doubled down into all of their upcoming live-action, animated material, and just their Disney parks in general. We know that Bob Iger has confirmed a lot of things in recent weeks about their usage of DEI and how they have no plans at stopping their usage of that at any point in time. And this just goes to show you that Disney is very stubborn. They don't care about losing money, at least seemingly, and it's all about obtaining their image. They want to keep that in place to those that may not be all that informed about Disney's agendas. Now, what's getting very interesting about this ongoing tension between all the board members over at Disney, there are some that actually do disagree with Bob Iger and his, of course, lying ways to the shareholders, to what he calls the customers, and how he's stringing them along into next year and beyond. Now, what's interesting about all of this has a lot to do with what Bob Iger was able to confirm, that in my opinion is the worst Disney news in recent years. Now, with Bob Iger actively forcing the worst decisions for all divisions over at Disney to be made in the past couple of months, one major development has to do with what Iger was able to confirm about the future of Disney film and television by, of course, delivering the following. As CEO, I believe it is my responsibility to actually remain transparent with our customers about where we plan to take our content in the next couple of years. It is in our best interest to provide diversity, equity, and inclusion into many of our upcoming projects, such as sequels to the popular Frozen films, thanks to Walt Disney Animation Studios, that will provide us with a new era of Frozen films with brand new directions of leadership on our end. As the same will be applied to many of our upcoming live-action remakes from our animated films that span generations. These will include Sword in the Stone, Hercules, and our plans to fine-tune new tales to tell for Alice in Wonderland and Cinderella to fit the modern world, and a new era of content to fit with the times. Our insertion of diversity, equity, and inclusion here at Disney is our #1 priority to provide the best content possible to all audience members around the globe. This isn't to be mistaken with any sort of an agenda, nor is it to be misunderstood as any kind of a culture war that we are supporting. That is not what Disney is or ever will be about for the years to come, as we reach to strictly provide entertainment for all age groups as well. I am also happy to announce that we will be finding new strategies to reduce spending on many of these installments that will provide our divisions here at Disney to bring out these films at a faster rate than in previous years. Our 2025 lineup of Marvel content is also something that we felt was best to fit this new era of material that will embrace diversity, equity, and inclusion into our products to better fit the Marvel universe, and we are proud of Kevin Feige's leadership at Marvel Studios and what direction he will be taking the community through for the next 10 years. Now guys, let me just say one thing before I move on. Now, the thing about Bob Iger that he is making very clear at this point is that Kevin Feige supports all this nonsense. We know that Kevin Feige is someone that loves the usage of DEI and all of the agendas being thrown in by Disney, and this is exactly why I say those out there like Kevin Feige and Kathleen Kennedy need to be replaced at the very minimum with someone that's less extreme with these overall strategies that are being forced upon by Disney. But let's be honest, I mean, when you look at people like Bob Iger, when you look at many of the board of directors at Disney, they don't have a care in the world about what their customers want or what they actually are asking to see on the big screen or at home on streaming. This is exactly why things out there like, the remakes by Disney, such as Snow White 2025 is going to tank. it's gonna really do a terrible job at the box office, as well as Captain America 4, and let's not forget about Fantastic Four. Those are two big movies coming out in 2025, along with Blade. The three big ones that are already going through a lot of damage control by Disney is also a major red flag. And Bob Iger is confirming all of it, that DEI is going to spill into those projects for the Marvel Studios projects that are to be unleashed in that year. So what's interesting about this, though, further, has a lot to do with how Bob Iger really is holding no kind of remorse over really kind of creating all of these different types of backlash, right? Through various communities, whether it's Star Wars, Marvel, it doesn't matter, whether it's just Disney fans, they don't care. They just want to keep pushing their agenda, pushing this image out there to no end, like there's no tomorrow. So, moving onwards, alright, he goes on to elaborate further. We aim to also reimagine and divert from source material from many of our live-action remakes from our animated features, such as Bambi, at Disney to ensure that we create original content moving onwards to provide essential material for newcomers and loyals alike to Disney around the globe. We will also make sure to make it our #1 priority to ensure that all Disney parks will bring further usage of DEI for our various locations that we feel is absolutely necessary to create a fair world for everyone at our destinations. So here's another problem with Bob Iger, is that he's taking all of these agendas in a more extreme route, not just into the films and into television shows, but also into the theme parks. And this is why I think, at the end of the day, you're going to see Disney really hit rock bottom by the middle of this decade. Alright, by the end of 2025, I wouldn't be shocked if Disney stock hits another big low, because as of right now, we know it's an up and down roller coaster. It's going down, it's going up, and then it's hitting a new low again. It really is a fine example that Disney is very unstable, and it really has no kind of track that's actually very, dead centered on. They don't know what they're doing. They don't have a vivid view of where to take all their content, whatever brand it may be. Whether it be Star Wars, Marvel, it doesn't matter. They have no clue how to properly embrace a roadmap that's going to be successful one after the other when it comes to all of these different features, right? So, again, we know that Bob Iger, very incompetent CEO, and also the board of directors are to blame. If they really wanted to, they could fire Bob Iger right now on the spot. It's happened before. Heck, it happened to Bob Chapek, but I keep saying that this was always a part of the plan. Chapek was always the fall guy. He was never meant to stay there for that long. Bob Iger was always semi-retired. This was always the plan. So, again, I would like to hear what you all have to say about this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, and I will catch you guys later.